You lose sleep, wondering who he is. You imagine he must be taller, richer, or better looking than you. You torture yourself thinking he gave her the world you couldn't afford. But then you see him, and your stomach drops. He isn't rich. He drives a beat-up car. He doesn't have your status. He doesn't treat her half as well as you do. In fact, he kind of ignores her. And that is why it hurts more. Because you realize she didn't cheat to move up in the world. She cheated to feel something you stopped making her feel. Today, we are going to expose the brutal reality of the other man and why women will burn down a castle just to sleep in a shack if the energy is right. You are doing the math in your head, and it doesn't add up. You paid the mortgage. You took her to nice dinners. You were the safe harbor. But she didn't want a harbor. She wanted a storm. Here is the hard truth that no one wants to say out loud. She didn't cheat with him because he is better than you. She cheated with him because he is less invested than you. Brothers, my ex said I could never grow this channel to 2,000 men in a single month. I need you to help prove her wrong. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment right now. Most men think that affairs are about an upgrade. They think a woman leaves a Honda for a Mercedes. But in the world of female psychology, that is not how it works. Affairs are rarely about resources. They are about emotional voltage. You see, you became predictable. You became the man who asks permission. You became the man who is terrified of losing her. And that fear smells like weakness to a woman's primal brain. The man she cheats with is usually the opposite of you. If you are the structured, responsible provider, he is the chaotic, carefree wanderer. He represents a part of her that feels dead inside your comfortable marriage. He represents risk. And to a bored woman, risk feels like love. Let's look at a man named Thomas. Thomas was a successful accountant. He gave his wife a life most women dream of. Big house, vacations, private schools for the kids. Thomas was gentle. He never raised his voice. He always put her needs first. If she was cold, he turned up the heat. If she was hungry, he cooked. Then he found out about the affair. It was with a guy who worked at the local bar. This guy was 10 years younger, had no career, and lived with 2 roommates. Thomas was crushed. He screamed, "I gave you everything. What can he possibly give you?" He didn't understand. The bartender didn't give her things. He gave her uncertainty. When she was with Thomas, she knew exactly what would happen every day for the next 40 years. It was safe, and it was suffocating her. With the bartender, she didn't know if he would text her back. She didn't know if he would see her next week. That anxiety made her feel alive. She chased him because he didn't chase her. Thomas lost because he was too easy to keep. If this is making your blood boil, good. Use that anger to wake up. Don't let yourself be the comfortable sofa she sits on while she dreams of running wild. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep giving you the tools to be the man she fears losing, not the man she uses for safety. Now, let's talk about the guy she actually cheats with. Let's call him Jax. Jax isn't a bad guy, but he is a selfish guy, and that is his superpower. When he is with a woman, he isn't worrying about her bills or her feelings. He's just having fun. He's in the moment. Because he isn't invested in a future with her, he has no fear. He says what he wants, he does what he wants. If she gets mad, he shrugs and walks away. And because he's willing to walk away, she clings to him. Compare that to her husband, who walks on eggshells trying not to upset her. The husband has given her all his power. Jax has kept all of his. She respects Jax because she cannot control him. She cheats because she wants to be with a man who feels like a challenge, not a servant. It hurts you more because you realize that your kindness was the very thing that turned her off. You realize that being a good man, by society standards, actually made you boring to her biology. But there is a way to win. Let's look at the third story. Let's talk about Michael.
Michael was the provider, just like Thomas. He sensed his wife pulling away. He saw her eyes wandering to the bad boys at the gym. Instead of trying to buy her attention with gifts, Michael woke up. He realized he had become soft. He stopped asking, "What do you want to do for dinner?" and started saying, "We are going here." He stopped listening to her complain for hours and started going to the garage to work on his own projects. He stopped seeking her validation. He became a little dangerous again. He became unpredictable. He started getting into shape, not for her, but for himself. One night she came home and tried to start a fight, the usual test. Michael didn't apologize. He looked her in the eye, held his frame, and told her he wouldn't tolerate the disrespect. He was ready to walk. He genuinely didn't care if she left because he knew his own value. You know what happened? She didn't leave. The affair never happened. She looked at him with wide eyes like she was seeing him for the first time in years. She saw a man who had a backbone. The other man lost his appeal because Michael became the man who offered both security and strength. He killed the affair before it started by killing the nice guy inside himself. The type of man she cheats with is the man who puts himself first. It hurts because you were taught that putting her first was the key to her heart. It was a lie. Putting her first makes you her fan, not her leader. And women do not sleep with their fans. You have to understand that she isn't looking for a better provider. She is looking for a man who makes her feel feminine. And she can only feel feminine if you're being masculine. If you are soft, fluid, and begging for love, you are forcing her to be the masculine one. And she hates that. She resents you for it. And she will go find a man who forces her to surrender, even if that man is broke and lives in a basement. So here is the smart question I want you to answer in the comments below. If a woman is willing to risk her financial future and her family for a man who offers nothing but excitement, what does that tell you is more important to a woman? Safety or emotion? Drop your opinion in the comments section. Let's get a real conversation going about this. I want to know what you think. And listen, if this video hit a nerve, if you are realizing you have been too safe, too nice, and too boring, don't just close the app. You need to fix this before it's too late. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We are building a brotherhood of men who know the truth and refuse to be victims of it. Be the man who commands respect, not the man who buys it.